The CSS Virginia, originally the USS Merrimack, was a steam frigate built for the United States Navy and launched in 1855 at the Boston Navy Yard. She was part of a new class of screw-propelled warships that combined traditional sail power with steam engines, marking an important transition in naval technology. The Merrimack was 275 feet long, had a displacement of over 3,200 tons, and carried 40 guns on 2 decks. She served with the Home Squadron and later in the West Indies but was decommissioned in 1860 and placed in ordinary, reserve status, at the Gosport Navy Yard in Norfolk, Virginia. When the Civil War broke out in April 1861 and Union forces abandoned the yard, they attempted to destroy the ship to prevent its capture. The Merrimack was set ablaze and scuttled, but the Confederates quickly razed her partially burned hull after taking control of the yard. Recognizing the strategic need to counter the Union's naval superiority and its blockade, the Confederate Navy, under the supervision of naval constructor John L. Porter and engineer William P. Williamson, began an ambitious project to convert the Merrimack into an ironclad warship. The work took place at the Gosport Navy Yard and involved cutting down the ship's hull to the waterline, reinforcing her with a casemate structure made of oak and pine, and covering the sloped sides with 2 layers of 2-inch thick iron plating. The iron casemate housed 10 heavy guns, 6 9-inch Dahlgren smoothbores and 4 6.4-inch Brooke rifles, strategically placed to provide broadside and end-on fire. In addition, a 1,500-pound iron ram was mounted on the bow, giving the ship a deadly weapon for close combat. The vessel was rechristened CSS Virginia and launched on February 17, 1862, becoming the first operational ironclad of the Confederate Navy. Her most famous engagement took place on March 8 to 9, 1862, in the Battle of Hampton Roads, where she shocked the naval world by attacking the Union blockade fleet. On March 8, the Virginia steamed into battle and rammed the USS Cumberland, sinking her after a brutal collision that cost over 100 Union lives. She then turned her guns on the USS Congress, setting her ablaze and forcing her surrender before the ship exploded later that night. The Virginia's armor proved impervious to Union cannon fire, and panic spread through the Union fleet. The next day, March 9, the Virginia returned to finish off the remaining Union ships but was met by the newly arrived USS Monitor, an experimental ironclad designed by John Erickson. The 2 ironclads fought a historic 4-hour duel, circling and exchanging fire at close range, but neither could gain the upper hand. While tactically inconclusive, the battle rendered wooden navies obsolete and ushered in a new era of armored warships. The CSS Virginia returned to the Norfolk Navy Yard for repairs but saw no further major action. When Union forces advanced on Norfolk in May 1862, the Confederates found the Virginia trapped by low river depths that prevented her escape up the James River. To avoid her capture, the crew set her afire on May 11, 1862, causing her magazine to explode and destroy the ship. Although the CSS Virginia's operational career lasted less than 3 months, her dramatic appearance and performance had a lasting impact on naval engineering and tactics worldwide, signaling the end of the age of sail and wood in favor of steam-powered ironclads and ultimately steel warships.